The Mother Road has always been a corridor of commerce. When it was established in 1926, Cyrus Avery predicted that U.S. Highway 66 would carry more traffic than any other highway in the country. He was right, of course, but it wasn't just commerce. It was migrant farmers and soldiers in uniform and post-war vacationers. It became the subject of movies and song and television programs. It became the most famous road in the world. But not every story has been celebrated in the same manner. Like the greater tapestry of American history, there are parts of it that aren't always talked about, because they are not happy or positive stories. The fact that entire guidebooks were created to help guide black travelers to locations where they were welcome says a lot of it. Today, Route 66 is known for welcoming people from around the world, but it has not always been welcoming to its neighbors. In the face of such adversity, there have always been people that stand up and plant their flag anyway, for the next generation. Today, we're honored to induct one of those people into the Oklahoma Route 66 Hall of Fame, Alan Threatt Sr. Alan was born in Alabama in 1889. He and his wife Alberta were pioneers in the new state of Oklahoma, homesteading a 160-acre farm on the outskirts of Luther. With his own two hands, Alan tilled the earth and began growing crops, raising livestock, and quarrying sandstone. The centerpiece of the Threatt family farm was a filling station, right on Route 66. The filling station was actually built several years before U.S. Highway 66 was officially established, though the path that would become our beloved highway was already a popular thoroughfare. It was constructed out of the very sandstone unearthed on the farm. It did what a service station did, offered fuel, fixed flats, but it was so much more than that, because Alan Threatt was so much more than that. It became a safe haven for black travelers in an area dotted with sundown towns. The Threatt station wasn't actually in the Green Book, believe it or not. The station was so well known in the region, it's assumed that Alan decided the advertising wasn't necessary. Black travelers could park there overnight and set up camp. When families fled Tulsa's Greenwood district during the race massacre of 1921, the Threatt farm offered shelter. In the 1930s, the station became an official Red Cross first aid station, the only one in the entire country staffed entirely by black workers. The station and farm overall prospered. A small grocery store was added, providing basic goods and produce grown right there on the farm. A cafe was also added, and the station became a Greyhound bus stop. The farm also housed a Negro League baseball field and a park where a wooden dance floor was brought out on the weekends. People danced under strings of lights and the stars themselves. Alan and Alberta would have 11 children. There was always something needed to be done on the farm. It was the community gathering spot. Among all of this, Alan was involved in multiple community organizations and built strong relationships across racial boundaries. Alan Threatt Sr. passed away in December of 1950. The local paper proclaimed, "Few men in public life have won the admiration and respect of men and women of all walks of life, both black and white, as did the Honorable Alan Threatt. He was indeed a most worthy citizen." There's not much more I can add to that. The Threatt station closed in the 1970s. In recent years, the family has been working on restoring the station to become a place where the people can learn about Alan, the rest of the Threatt family, and part of the story of black travel in America. Alan Threatt Sr. has been gone for over 60 years, but his legacy is as strong as it's ever been. His story continues to be an inspiration for today's generation. For his contributions to his community, for his pioneering spirit, for his mission to provide a safe place for locals and travelers, the Oklahoma Route 66 Association is proud to induct Alan Threatt Sr. to the Oklahoma Route 66 Hall of Fame.